Welcome everybody to our weekly Soul Changes Lives webinar. I am Debbie Perez Cockburn. I'm happy to be with you every week. As you know, this is our third Wednesday of the month, and third Wednesday of the month is always a Soul Biz chat. And so we are graced today with the company of Hope Anderson from Home Office team. She is the business manager for Soul. And so she works directly with all of the specialists and Soul pros who are working on developing their business. And so it's appropriate to have her with us. And I hope we can have her with us more often as we need. And so this week, like I said, is Soul Business. And this is a recorded webinar so that you can share with your team members. This is a great opportunity for you to ask questions to Home Office on the basic workings of our back office is what we want to talk about. And then as per our schedule, the fourth week is our personal development week. So next week, look out for a homework video that I will send out to you on Tuesday that we will discuss on Wednesday for personal development. And then on the occurrence that we do have a fifth Wednesday available, that will be our Do You Know Your Soul weekend Wednesday. And what we'll do is kind of like a Jeopardy or trivia type game where I will ask questions about everything that we've taught and learned during the month, and you can earn prizes, okay? And so Hope you didn't know this, but our first Wednesday and our second Wednesday are always dedicated to product learning. That's when Greg Halliday usually does the product presentation. And the second week is a follow-up to what he taught where we can ask questions, and that one's not recorded. So if you want to know the ins and outs about products, you need to be there because we don't record that one. So, all righty. So to get started today, I wanted to talk a little bit about our back office. And so I'm going to share my screen with you, and then, oh, Hope, maybe what I will do right now is make you a co-host so that in case you have to share your screen, we can do that. Perfect. All right, so you are now a co-host, Hope. And the part that I don't like about sharing my screen when we're in the back office is that you see all my personal business. But we're working on getting us some dummy accounts, right? Hope that we
Debbie, yeah, if you want, I mean, I can share my screen. It's the test specialist account. If you
perfect.
Okay, let me do that because that way you don't have to show everyone all your dirty
all
details.
my business. My business. Well, okay, so while you're doing that, Hope, why don't you go ahead and go to the home screen and show the drop-down menu so that everyone can see how to get access to the back office. Okay, this is a short webinar this week.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna waste a lot of time. And so you see that Hope has gone to the home screen, and there's a drop-down menu on the left side. Those three lines that you see on the very far left, if you click on there, you're gonna see our drop-down menu. And so there's a few things I want to point out to you or remind you about. We've talked about them in the past. So if you wanted to see what's happening in the company, you see the happenings tab. And if you click on that, it will show you convention and soul to soul, and you can find out information on what's happening as far as events go. If you go down one, you'll see the blog, and the blog is super important. I love it because sometimes your customers just want a third party to verify what you've said. I love that because in the blog, you will find articles on personal development, you will find articles on mind and body health, and you'll find articles on adaptogens or just listed by what's the latest blogs that have actually been posted. You don't have to worry about finding extra literature for people. You can just print off some of these blog articles or direct someone to them, and you can actually tag them in them if you put them on Facebook or something like that. So that's a great tool to have. And to know where it is in your back office. And so I love this one that's highlighted right now. It says the why behind Soul signature drinks. Some of you will remember earlier this month, Greg did a recap on that and did a wonderful PowerPoint presentation on that and showed all of these pictures and how they highlighted what all happens with each drink. Some of you have asked for that, and here it is. That's why I wanted to show you that. And I so grateful, Hope, that you could be on here because it's amazing. And see, do you see what she just did? She clicked on the image and you can copy the image and save it if you wanted to use it in a personal PowerPoint, or copy the image and paste it on your Facebook with maybe some information. Or if you just wanted to copy the whole blog and place it on your Facebook page or tag it in your Instagram, you can do that. And then I love, if you scroll down a little bit farther, Hope, here's the charts that show you how to manage how you wanted to drink your daily drinks. You might not be the total maniac that I am. I drink all 4. I go through a bag of the 100 count Cinnamate every month because I am trying to really focus and manage blood sugar and all of that. And so for me, it's really important. That's the one that I have to have every day. And for some people, it could be Excel. And so you're looking at the daily favorite. Anyway, this article on the blog is amazing. In case you missed our recording or Greg's presentation, he actually did it also on an Inside Soul. So if you don't remember how or where to find them, you can always go to the blog. Okay, so you can find these videos on the YouTube channel, and you know that I send you recordings of our classes as well. So Hope, if you'll go back out to the menu and let's go to the, let's go down, go to the dashboard, because I remember Joanne had a question recently and said, I never know what I'm looking at on the dashboard. I don't know what my OV and my QV are and what it all means. So Hope, I'm gonna just briefly explain, and you just feel free to jump in if you want to add something or clear up something. So we're looking at this account, and I love it because it says your current QV is 31. Well, guess what that is? That's your personal QV, right? So if you're looking at where it says current QV, where the volume is right up here, if you want to move that cursor, perfect. So you're looking, that's your personal purchase for the month. That's something that you've already done. And then it will say current OV is 170. What does that mean? That means that someone in your organization has also made a purchase. And OV is organizational volume. QV is your personal qualifying volume. What does it qualify you for? It qualifies you for your rank, and it qualifies you for a commission. So if you were wanting to earn a commission this month as a specialist, and it says, look at the rank, it says you are currently a Soul Specialist, that means you qualify to earn a commission, not just reward points on your personal purchases. It allows you to qualify as a Soul Pro, but only if you meet the requirement, right? Which you haven't met for the month yet, because you have a personal QV of 31. A qualifying personal QV would be at least 100 or more, okay? And that's what it would take. And then you add that with the rest of your organizational volume with the OV. And if it totals to 1,000 and you have met your personal requirement, then you get to be a Soul Pro 1K. What I love about this example here is that it shows you what's your highest rank that you have achieved so far. And so this person, you or me or someone in your group, because you can look at this with someone in your group, has been as high as a Soul Pro 2K. So that means that they have had at least 2,000 in volume, at least 100 in personal volume, and have probably sponsored a few members or maybe even another specialist to get that total. It doesn't mean that you do that whole total by yourself. Does everyone understand that? Okay, so moving on, if you look at the next column, it says Soul Rewards and Soul Safe. So this specialist has 21 points in Soul Rewards that they can use towards another purchase. Okay, that's where you see where you earn your Soul Rewards. And it says that the Soul Safe or the auto ship is active. And so maybe this specialist has only ordered $31 because they're expecting their auto ship to fill in the rest of their requirement this month. But if you're not sure what day that Soul Safe is and you say, it's active. Today is the 22nd. I should have received my order by now. I wonder why I never received it. The first thing you should do is go to your account and check the date, right? And make sure it's gone. The next thing you should do is, if it looks like it should have gone, but it didn't process, there probably was a problem with an expired credit card number or something like that. In that case, I would say, call customer service, give your user ID number and explain the situation, and they will always be there to help you.
And just so you know, when an auto ship tries to go through or SolleSafe tries to go through, and if it is declined, we'll always send an email if you have a like a up-to-date email in your account. So that's another place you can check to see if it was that issue, is to see if you got the email.
And if you didn't get an email, means that you don't have an email that's valid and registered with the company. Another reason why, as mentors, when we sign people up, we need to make sure that we're getting a good phone number for them, a good email for them, and that we have their proper address, because sometimes the order has been shipped, but the address is incorrect. And so it goes somewhere else, or maybe it went to the neighbor's house. So all these little things to check. And then you'll finally see this other section called Prime, and it will say Prime Rewards. And Hope, why don't you give us an idea of what this section means, please?
Yeah, so this is really new. I was just looking at this. I didn't know they had pushed it to our live site. But this will show you the status, whether or not you've achieved Prime for the month. And then also with the new structure of Prime, if you get 4 to 7 points, that's $50, right? But then if you have 8 or more points, it would be $150, plus any of your mentored first level specialists. If they also hit Prime, that's an extra $50. So you'll be able to see how much you earned through Prime if this says achieved right here.
Right. And we have some new Prime information, and you can find that also in the Resource Center.
And it's really easy to see,
and it's right here. Well. Yes, in the quick link. So it's on your quick link. And if you don't remember how to achieve Prime, I will gladly send that video again, because we have talked about how to earn Prime, but very quickly, it's based on mentoring people. So you can mentor 4 members in a month with qualifying orders. They each have to be at least 100 in volume in QV, or 2 specialists per month, or a combination of both, which would be 2 members and 1 specialist. So you could do it however you want, but I will gladly send you that video again. If you need it, just let me know. I will gladly send it out. Okay, let's go back. Hope, I wanted to go to the trainings section before we run out of time. So trainings is really awesome. Remember that we were going to do a Soul certification. Well, our Soul certification has actually been replaced with some new videos and training and literature that's available to you right here in this section. So again, you go back to the drop-down menu and you scroll down past the blog and everything else that we've seen. You click on trainings. This is the page you're going to see. This new section, this is brand new, that says new specialist trainings. This is going to be part of the homework this week, okay? So I want you all to go there, because there are some videos that are imperative that we all watch, okay? So there's things that we can actually view with our new members and new specialists. And because it's new, we all get to learn at the same time. So we watch it, okay? So this will be part of our personal development class next week. So you're gonna get a homework assignment. I'm gonna probably tag you in these videos and forward them to you so that you watch them, take notes, ask questions during our live event next week, okay? For personal development, but this is super important. And Hope, can you kind of scroll through some of these videos that we have here, because these are really fabulous.
Yeah, so this one is just a welcome video, the first thing that pops up, but then the modules are based on topics. So you'll see if you click the down arrow on module 1, it says building a solid mindset. So that's what module 1 focuses on. Then module 2 is developing a solid product knowledge. And so this one is super awesome because you'll see there's different quizzes for each category. So there's an intro that talks about adaptogens, our philosophy, and then goes into each category line. And there's also testimonials for each product, which is really neat because you get to hear from other customers and clients and see what they have to say about each product. And then in module 3, it talks about building a solid team. So this is more for specialists. What are some things you should be aware of in building your team? And then module 4 is super awesome, especially if you're someone who struggles to understand the compensation plan and the different bonuses we have, because there's videos built in to this section. And it's going to start talking to me if I play it. But let's see if I have it muted. Okay, good. We're good. But you can flip through here and there's, it'll talk about all the different 7 ways to earn. It'll have you set
at
goals.
Soul Naturals, there are many different, at Soul.
That's what we don't want to hear from one. But you can go through, you can go through and it'll explain to you each one of these ways to earn. And it'll also have, for example, if it talks about Mentor Match, it'll show you where you can go in your report section in your back office to view if you earned Mentor Match and how much it was. So it's really nice because it's very basic and just explains everything.
And I love this because I don't have to re-record a video on this. Some of you remember when we started our business trainings, we went through each section of this, how to understand the SMART plan, how to get a Soul Quick HD override. Do y'all remember that? But if you're bored to death and you want to see my video again, that's great. I'll send it to you. But I would prefer that we all view these because this is the most up-to-date information for us all. And then more training.
I was going to say, Debbie, sorry, I was going to say the other place, if you're just looking for like how-to videos, someplace that's really easy to go is the back office section.
Yes, thank you. That's exactly what I want to talk about.
I'll let you take it away then.
No, so this section right here has several videos. As you can see, there's one called End of Month, how to enroll a new specialist, edit your SolleSafe. That's how you're going to edit your auto ship. SolleSafe is your auto ship. Your dashboard overview, which we just did a really quick tour of, but in case you need it immediately and you can't remember and just say, oh, what week did Debbie teach that? I can't remember. Is it recorded? Guess what? It's right here. Okay, so this is super, super, super important for all of us to know where it is. And this is amazing because when we sign up a new member or a new specialist and because we have to do our hand holding process, there is a time where you hold the hand of your new member and your new specialist. You can actually hold their hand and say, hey, let's jump on the back office together and let's review some of these videos. And this is a great opportunity to watch it and have your new member ask you questions and just say, wait a minute, what? I didn't understand that. Yes, Sybil, go ahead. Unmute.
Would it be like doing a two-way call, or I would be looking at my computer and you would be looking on your computer? Like we wouldn't be looking at the same account, would we?
You could do that, certainly. If you're doing it with a new member, a new specialist, and you're going through this, because remember, members don't have access to all of this. That is another benefit of signing up as a specialist, that you have access to all of these documents. You could, in fact, Sybil, what I did with you one day, do you remember where we got on? You told me what your password was and we were both looking at the same screen so that I could.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah. So you could do it that way, or you could do it via Zoom, or you could just have them view the video with you while you're on the phone, have them view it and answer questions that way. Whatever works best for you and your customer or your new specialist is what I would always say is what works best, right? Because Zoom is easy for me because I can explain it to everyone at the same time. I have the opportunity to record it and you guys can view it later. But what Soul has done is alleviated this for all of us. We don't have to reinvent the wheel because the videos are there for us now. So Sybil, if you wanted to say, hey, why don't you go ahead and view this video and I'll call you back in half an hour and we can answer your questions. That would be a great opportunity and a great way for you to do it. And that gives you a chance to view it if you haven't viewed it. And then you can say, oh yeah, I remember this part. Yep, and you can answer the question. Does that make sense? Awesome, great. All right, if you want to keep going on this, Hope, that would be great. But I had a question for you, and this is your opportunity, guys. I just opened my account for SollePype. Excited about SollePype. My question to you is, I know I can earn it by getting Soul Prime, but let's say I didn't do Prime and I'm a new specialist. I really want to take advantage of this. It's only $5 a month, but let's say I wanted to pay for it up front. How do I do that? Because that's less expensive than doing it monthly. If I did it monthly, it's $60, but if I pay for a yearly subscription, it's $50. How would I do that?
So actually monthly is $5.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but
okay,
if I
talking
pay
over the
for
year.
it monthly,
Gotcha.
it's $60, right? It ends up being $60, but if I pay for it all up front, it would only be $50.
Yeah, yeah.
60.
Good
So
question.
I'm saving $10. How could I do that?
So what I would do is contact, and you have you
Okay.
realized how to contact SollePype? Do you want me to show that?
Yes, please.
Okay, perfect.
Because I created an account, you guys, and the first thing that you have to do when you create an account is you need to know your URLs. And so next week I can show you how to find your URL, or you could do what I did, Google it and just Google, how do I find my Facebook URL, or how do I find my Instagram URL, because you'll need those. So you can just copy and paste as you're starting your account when you open your, okay, Hope.
Yeah, so if you go and click this icon up here in the top right-hand corner, you'll see there's an image that says SollePype. So you can click that, and then it'll take you to the new SollePype website. And if you've already created an account, you can log in and this chat box will stay there, or you can just click the chat box and they have it, I believe their hours are something like 8 to 5 or something like that. And if they aren't on right when you're on, if it's late at night or something like that, they'll get back to you in the morning. They're pretty quick at responding. So you could just type in and be like, hey, I'm with Soul Naturals. I want to get an annual subscription to SollePype.
Perfect. And also when you're setting up your SollePype account, the reason I asked Hope to do this is because I know that you'll remember her when she says it, but if you're doing your account, you can actually chat in and they will help you do that. So they can answer your questions live if it's during their business hours. And if you wanted to do your first video, there are tutorials, right, Hope, on the SollePype section?
Yeah, so the first page, once you open up your account and log in and everything, you'll see they have a ton of different trainings of how to import contacts, how to do all these basic things about setup for your site. So it'll show you how to create, they're called VLPs, video landing pages, but basically create your video.
Exactly. So homework assignment for next week. Y'all know you have to go to the training section. I want you to find your favorite training and tell me why it's your favorite training next week when we talk about personal development, because this is part of it. And then I challenge you, it is not your assignment, but I challenge you, if you would like to have a SollePype account, it's only $5 per month. And this will create a video landing page for you. A video landing page is a great way for you to reach new members, prospects, family and friends, and it will reach across all of your social media pages that you may have. So for instance, I have a LinkedIn account. I also have an Instagram account. I have a YouTube account. I have a Google account. I also have, believe it or not, a Twitter account. And so let's say I wanted to send a message to everyone on all of my social media. I just have to record one video. And because when I created my account, I put in all of my URLs, I can actually schedule that message to be broadcast on all of those forums, including WhatsApp. Okay, so I actually have 6 social media accounts that I use. And for me, it's kind of a hassle to remember that I post on this one, or that one. SollePype will bring it all together for you. So if you love social media and you are a guru on, you know, social media, and you love using your computer or your telephone, it's easy to do on your phone. It's easy to do on your tablet. It's super easy to do on your computer. To import all of your contacts and stuff like that, that is a process. That's something you will want to contact SollePype for directly, and they will help you and walk you through it. But there are tutorial videos out there. So in order for you to see the tutorial videos, you need to create an account. Okay. And once you create an account, you will get a text message from them that says, and I created mine in both languages, and I loved it, because when I first saw it, I was like, what? Who's sending me this message? Because it shows an 888 number. So I got a text message, 2 text messages from an 888 number. And the first one says, welcome to SollePype. We're excited you joined. To learn how to sell product with SollePype, click, and it sends you a link. And it says it also in Spanish. And I know that they're working on getting their tutorial videos in Spanish. And that's why I haven't really done a training with the Spanish group yet. So y'all are my test pilot people that we're going to do this. So hopefully we can all do it together and enjoy using SollePype. Hope, it's been a pleasure having you here this week. I am so happy to see Victoria, my beautiful friend in Chicago. I never get to see Victoria very often. And I'm glad that Greg was here with us. Did anyone have any questions that we didn't answer? Speak now or forever hold your peace. No? Okay, let me see. There's something in the chat. Hold on. Okay, all right. Okay, so wonderful. All right, guys. Well, then it looks like we've covered it today in 30 minutes. Just a little over 30, actually a little under 30 minutes, because we started recording late. So I really appreciate you. I love having you. I'm so grateful that we have always a representative from home office with us every week on our webinars, be it a product webinar or a business webinar. Hope, I love you. I'm so glad that you were on. I hope I can count on you in the future, at least once a month. If you could be on with us once a month, that would be great. We love having Greg every week. I love Soul. I hope you know how much I love you all. I appreciate you. What we do with love. You all know my mantra is love, serve, grow. It's what I live by. I do what I do because I love it. I do it with you because I love you. And I do it with an open heart. And I hope that we all grow from all of this. I love you guys.
Thank you, Debbie.
Bye, guys.